And then she's like, no, I don't think I want to. Well, what's it like?
Kind of in the closet.
She's
about minion.
You're what?
I'm in the closet minion.
She's a closeted minion. Closeted, not quite sure that you're actually one yet, or what it means to be one, and what you have to do to be one. Yeah, I told her that you couldn't have your dignity anymore. I don't know, you know, it's kind of a personal thing. It's like when you find Jesus. When it happens, you just know.
I think you may have convinced me this weekend, but I'm just keeping that to myself.
Yeah, you're still not sure. I love that.
By the way, you do look awesome.
Oh, thank you. Oh, thank you.
Thank you.
Well, she'd be a good minion. Hi.
First, I want to say that I'm very jealous of the girl yesterday who got a hug from you.
Yeah, too.
Okay, I have two questions.
Oh my God. Everybody has two questions.
She used to.
Wait, what?
Get used to it.
Yeah, okay, Karen. You're sassy too. You started with two statements as well. Yeah, all right.
First,
Yeah.
I want to know how it was like.
Well spoken, by the way.
Thank you. How it was like to play a character like Paul Bernardo and Carla.
Okay. Let's hear the second question too.
And once you mentioned that Jensen Ackles was a standoffish guy,
Yeah?
and I want to know if you were kidding or if you were serious.
Oh. You can check in with your friends about that one. First question, Paul Bernardo. It was super, super fun. It was just a super sweet, super fun role.
Not creepy at all.
No, you know, it was just one of those lighthearted romps that you kind of just get to step away from all your troubles and do a fun little family movie like that. It was creepy on just about every single level. Every step of the way on that movie, there was something weird happening that shouldn't have been happening. First thing that happened was getting the part. Shouldn't have happened. Didn't know about the story. You know, in Canada, they're infamous, and people are like, I cannot believe that you did that movie. You suck. Someone moved away from me on a bus. So, didn't know what the movie was about, but I had the script, so I should have known better than to do it. And then, second thing is, during we had a little time to rehearse, so me and Laura Prepon, who was the redhead on that 70s show, dyed her hair blonde, did this part. She was like, let's go to my acting coach, who was this psychotic guy, to the Valley. And he recommended that what we do is because we had to have a lot of physical scenes, that we get to know each other physically before we started shooting. So Laura Prepon and I, at the direction of her acting coach, like basically kind of make out on the floor in her mansion as part of our rehearsal process. Little weird, totally inappropriate. Never told anyone that before. Sorry, Laura, for outing us. Just a little weird, and I felt like, oh, this is fun. This is probably not right. And then during the somebody's getting the candy back there. And then the director, and he was a little off. And by a little off, I mean that by the end of the film, the producers had a restraining order out on him, and he wasn't allowed to come near the set. And we had these awful, horrible rape scenes where everybody just felt emotionally devastated at the end of the scene and like sick to our stomachs, and people were crying, and he'd come up and he'd be like, Misha, that was really hot. What? Get away from me. And then went up for a press junket. Had no idea that it was such a big deal in Canada still. After we finished shooting, went up to do a press junket in Vancouver, and the first interview I had, and by the way, it was like all over every newspaper. It was like huge. They were trying to pass legislation in Ottawa banning the film. And got up there, in my first interview, I sat down, and they said, why do a movie like this? And I said, well, you know, for an actor to have the opportunity to play a role that's on the one hand this, you know, charming, well-liked investment banker, and on the other hand, this sociopathic rapist and killer, it's a rare opportunity to have a character that is that strange and complex and difficult to capture. And she said, so you would tell the victims' families that you saw their daughter's death as a great opportunity for your career? And this is on camera, and I'm like, no. I would not say that to the families. It was awful. It was just awful. And then weird, surreal. And then one of the victims, the once sole surviving victim, ended up calling me on the phone and like having this 2-hour phone call when I pulled her off to the side of the highway and talked to her for 2 hours after the movie came out. Just, yeah, so anyway, it was awesome. And your other question is Jensen standoffish. I mean, have you ever been to a convention? You haven't. This is your first convention? Oh, well, if you go to a convention with Jensen, you'll see he's a prick. Welcome.
Oh my God. Hi. So we talked earlier about kind of royal connections and stuff like that, and I have actually got my hand measurements, and I'm wondering if I can now officially apply to be a clone.
Yes.
Would you like my hand measurements?
Yes, I would. Can you read them off, or is it a visual?
It's a visual.
So there's no units of measurement?
There are, in fact, both hands are 19.5 centimeters long.
Good, we
base
like
to
symmetrical.
top.
Good.
Yeah. And from left to right, I've got one thumb that sticks out more than the other. One hand is 10.5
asymmetrical.
centimeters, and the other is 9.5 centimeters.
Oh, that's
Like
actually a
slightly
pretty
obvious.
big discrepancy. Okay, well, okay, in fairness, there now are 2 other people who have applied.
Can only one person get the job?
Yeah, there's only one. There's a bummer about the asymmetrical width of your hand.
It's the thumb's fault.
Oh, if it's just a thumb thing, I think we're fine. We're fine. Okay, yes, then I would love to clone you. Could I have a piece of your hair, please? She pulled out a whole fistful. Thank you. So I'll be in touch. Oh, what about the royal lineage? We didn't even talk about that. Is that in here?
I tried to get it for my mum, but I couldn't get it every time.
Yeah, whatever, who cares? It's a little sticky. Great, thank you. Thank all of the future yous as well.